Have you guys ever experienced seasonal depression? Kasi I have. And actually, kakagraduate ko lang from it. Every summer, I always go through it. Like, as in talagang sobrang baba ng mood ko, ng energy ko. To the point na minsan may existential crisis pa ako. Ganun. Actually, I'm not sure if considered siya as summer depression kasi ang summer ay nagsisimula ng June 22nd. At dahil kakagraduate ko lang from depression. Though, never talaga siya nawawala. It's always there. It's just waiting for you to have a trigger of something para lang bumalik ulit siya, di ba? Now that I think about it, I think it's spring depression. Though it's sad thinking about it. Kasi spring is supposed to be happy, to be lively, to be full of bloom and growth and everything. Tapos, madadepress lang ako. Parang ang sad naman nun, di ba? Pero dahil dalawa lang ang season sa Pilipinas, iko-consider ko siya as summer dahil tag-ulan na tayo ngayon. We're not here again to talk about mental illness or depression. Parang ganun din yata yung intro ko, no? Parang lagi na pag nagsisimula ako ng podcast, lagi akong depressed or like may something going on with my mental health. Pero anyways, I think that's gonna be a topic for another time kasi today we will be talking about love. Yes! Ito na ang long-awaited love podcast. Actually, I was supposed to do this on my third episode. Kasi 3 is like my lucky fucking number. But, never mind. Wala na kasi akong idea for like what the second episode would be. So I said, okay, I'm gonna take up this idea na kinoment ni Sean. I love you, Sean. Thank you so much. Thank you for commenting. I was supposed to record this during February, specifically in Valentine's Day. Pero, I was really I was really going through it kaya I couldn't put myself in a position na mag-record, mag-set up ng camera, ng mic and everything and yap and share about something that I can't even share kasi I'm not mentally capable to do so, di ba? So I decided to do it now, very spontaneously, tama wala pang ayos yan, wala pang kahit anong yan. Gusto ko lang talaga siyang magawa. Not because like parang tara tapusin na natin to, but I just wanted to do it whenever I am ready na. So anyways, hello, if you are new here, my name is Pau and I am your bubbly theater girly and I am here to bring you guys into a safe space. I hope that when you're listening to this, kayo ay nasa isang safe na place. You guys are going home, you guys are eating, you guys are studying, or you guys are showering or whatever you're doing. I hope you guys are here to unwind with me or you are here to just pass time with me, and I will also try to be consistent with posting these podcasts because I'm really passionate about yapping and to share with you guys what I like. Yes, pero with doing so, I actually need help from you guys kasi I need you guys to comment down ideas and topics kasi I always doubt myself if this is a good topic enough for you guys to be engaged and for you guys to, really be interested in this. So, I would need you guys to comment down any topic. Ngayon, kung may naisip na kayong topic or kahit ano man lang yan, just comment it down below. Or maybe later on throughout the episode, may maisip kayo na, oh, I think this would be a great podcast that I would love for her to give insights. Comment it down below. I think it would also be a really good way for me to get to know you guys as well, to get to know my audience. So, yes, let's share our interests and let's do this. So anyways, if you've been a long-term friend of mine, you would know that I am constantly in a relationship. Like, I've centered most of my life with love, relationship, romantic partners, and everything. Kasi I would hop on from one relationship to another and another and another, trying to seek love and validation from people na I should be getting from myself. Kasi who would love me except for me? Who would be there for me except for me? Diba? Pero if you've known me recently, you would probably know me as someone very independent, very lively, very, very single. Kasi I learned that chasing something from someone was never actually the answer to fill up those empty spaces in myself. Because the reassurance that I'm looking for was already within myself. It's with me, myself, and I all along. Yes. So, last 2024, I actually made a promise to myself that I would take a break with dating and romantic relationships. Like, I genuinely manifested for the universe to not send anyone my way. And no matter how much I'd yearn for a relationship because I feel lonely, it will not work out because I'm not ready, or at least until I'm full of love from myself, that if love ever comes, it would just be an addition, not a necessity. Clocked it. Na parang, alam mo yun, gusto ko parang breath of fresh air lang siya. Like, alam mo yung walang doubts, no toxicities, just pure, genuine love, trust, and everything in between. And of course, grabe, sobrang tapang ng kapit ko kay Lord at sa universe. They never gave me anyone. They never gave me any candidates para... they never gave me any candidates para alam mo yun, ma-explore and like to feel and experience. But no. They really said, okay, you want that, panindigan mo yan. And I did. Of course, I never really limited myself kasi I continue to stay open if ever love would ever come my way and everything. Pero I think that's the thing. That's the problem then. Kasi when we keep ourselves open for relationships, we are actually silently hoping for love. You know, like, gets nyo ba? And I don't think that's really a bad thing. Kasi if you want to keep yourself open, I think you should also put yourself out in the open. If you're not doing what you are saying, magiging contradicting siya at mahirapan si universe ibigay sa'yo kung ano talagang gusto mo, di ba? I remember reading that if love isn't meant for me, why do I yearn for it deeply? Or, if I'm not meant for love, please take away my desire for it. And honestly, felt ko yan. It's so good that it hits so close to home. Kasi yearning is such a very beautiful and weird concept for me. Kasi like, why am I born with the capacity to love, to dream about love, to imagine a future with someone if we're not supposed to feel that deeply about them, diba? If we're supposed to just ignore that desire. Kasi in today's world, we are so used to labeling things that something as simple as love becomes overcomplicated. And for all my batchmates, you guys know what I'm talking about. Kasi for the longest time, I thought that yearning was a sign that I was missing something. That's why I keep looking for it in other people. That if I wanted love badly enough, then maybe I wasn't healed enough. Maybe I wasn't independent enough. Maybe I'm not whole enough. Maybe I'm not ready for love. Kasi why am I still looking for it? Pero now that I'm saying that out loud, I actually feel ridiculous saying it. Kasi these emotions are very valid to feel. It should never be a proof that we want too much, diba? Like, these emotions remind us that we are human and that we are capable of loving, and that I don't think that if you realize that when you are yearning so much for love, the lesson there is not to stop wanting to love or to be loved. Kasi when we reach that point, I think what we have to learn is that we should not let that desire. We shouldn't let that desire. Yeah, we shouldn't let sorry. We shouldn't let that desire control ourselves, because there is a difference between wanting love and abandoning yourself for love. Gets nyo? And the problem with myself before was that I kept looking for it from people who are very familiar, who feels familiar, who have the same patterns as the ones who have hurt me, because I find comfort in them. Kasi katulad nga sabi ni Conan Gray. Si Conan Gray ba yung nagsabi nun sa isang kanta niya? But sabi nga ni Conan Gray sa isa niyang kanta that we keep looking for things that we know would hurt us. Kasi when we are expecting the hurt, we will not hurt that much. Like, the impact of that hurt won't hurt that much, because it's gonna be like, oh, it happened again, which should not be the case, darlings. It should not be the case. Because if we are expecting to be hurt from these old familiar patterns, why are we setting ourselves up for hurting? Like, hindi tayo para maging isang masokista, di ba? Like, we're here to experience good, true love. Anyways, looking back, I don't think my yearning was ever just about romance. Kasi there are days where I yearn to be chosen, to be understood, and sometimes I was yearning for the kind of consistency, safety, and affection that I thought a romantic relationship could only provide. And once I started receiving those things from my friends, from my family, and eventually with myself, the yearning became quieter. Not because it disappeared, but because it was no longer carrying the weight of all my unmet needs. Atake naman. Parang ang deep naman nun, di ba? Para naman akong nag-quote dito, para naman pwede na akong malagyan ng circa Paula 2026. Ah! I think the hardest part of being single for almost 2 years now. Oh my God! Magto 2 years na akong single. That's a big achievement for me as someone who always chases validation and reassurance from other people. Pero the hardest part wasn't learning how to love other people better. Kasi I believe that everyone has the capacity to love, but it was how to acknowledge myself, even outside of love. Yes, you heard me right. It's so hard for me to grasp the concept of seeing myself as someone worthy of love, even when I'm not being chosen by someone romantically, even when no one is actively romanticizing me. I realized kasi na, syempre, I have to get to know myself better and everything. I have avoidant tendencies. Like, I have avoidant attachment. And there was actually a phase where I felt like I didn't deserve to receive the love and affection that I am receiving, especially from my friends. Honestly, until now, I still feel that way kasi alam mo yung when I look at my friends, I would see them as these gorgeous, amazing human beings to the point na, do I really deserve to be with people like these? Like, they are amazing. They are so talented. They are everything anyone could ever want. And I am here being their friend, receiving all the love and care and support that they are giving me unconditionally every day. And like, what can I even give them in return? What did I do to deserve all this, diba? Kasi when I was in committed relationships before, I was always scared and hesitant that my partner would get jealous or feel insecure or inferior that someone showed me care or I show care for others deeply as well. Especially in platonic relationships. Kasi, di ba, in our culture, in Filipino culture, it's so hard to grasp the concept of having platonic relationships. Kasi most people assume, especially in opposite gender relationships, you are immediately together or something is happening or something is bound to happen with you guys when in reality, platonic relationships exist and platonic love exists for a reason. And I think that was really like the most challenging part when I was in a relationship. But now I keep reminding myself that, Pao, single ka na. It's okay to receive love. You deserve that kind of affection too. Honestly, I think if you are in a relationship with someone that constantly nags who you are with or questions who you are with, why you're with them, why you're still talking to them, I think they might be the problem there, sweetheart. Hindi ikaw, okay? Pero if you are the one limiting yourself from having these relationships with other people outside your relationship, then maybe I think it's time you reflect with yourself. Diba? Love should feel like a breath of fresh air. Hindi yung palagi kang magiging anxious kung sino yung makakasama mo, kung paano mo i-reassure ang partner mo after this hangout. Anyways, when I finally allowed myself to receive love from my friends and family, everything around me changed. Like, drastic change. How I felt, how I viewed life and everything changed kasi I really felt loved. I felt so supported. I felt so secure to the point that I didn't even think about romantic relationships for a whole year. Like, hindi ko talaga inisip na parang, one night I was bored and hindi ko talaga naisip yung ganong thought. Kasi I'm so secure with the relationships that I have, with the love that I am receiving, that I don't feel the need to even search for the things that I'm usually looking for in romantic relationships. Kasi na-fulfill na siya ng sarili ko, ng family ko, and ng friends ko. So, stay single. I think many people need to realize that as well. Kasi you shouldn't make your romantic love the center of your world. Kasi, the center of your world. I'm sorry, dyslexic yata ako. Pero, bulol pala, bulol, hindi dyslexic. Pero, I'm actually reading a fucking script right now kasi last time, I had to cut more than half of my podcast dahil sa sobrang haba ng pagyayap ko because I just had an outline. So now I prepared a whole ass script. So if you're so if you're watching this and you would constantly see that I'm looking up at my laptop kasi I am trying to read the lines. So I apologize for that. Pero anyways, podcast naman kasi to eh. Trip ko lang talagang gawing video para makita niyo yung cute-cute kong mga anak shit. Yes, dalawa na anak ko. Dalawa na si Shinchan. Anyways, what I was saying, you shouldn't make romantic love the center of your world. Kasi I promise you guys are missing out on so much. Kasi there is so much goodness in this world and there's so many things that you should be thankful for, that we should be all thankful for. Kasi we are given the gift of life. We are given the gift to experience all of this for free. Like the rain, the sun, the nature, the fresh air and everything. Like, wow, life is amazing, guys. We're just not stopping enough every day to look around and just appreciate life itself. So yes. And in addition to this pala, I always had a hard time showing up for myself. Especially now that I am fucking single. I think when I'm in a committed relationship, there's always someone to remind me to do things for myself, to care for myself. And I would do them out of thought of other people. Like, if I'm in a relationship, ayoko namang isipin ng partner ko na I'm pinapabayaan ko yung sarili ko, or like I'm sick and everything and I'm not taking care of myself. I can't be healthy for them. I can't even show up for myself. How can I show up for them? Diba? Ayoko namang isipin nila yun. So I'm taking care of myself out of other people's needs. Pero now that I became single, it's actually much harder because there isn't someone that I am holding on to make my life better. So, it's really just me, myself, and I talaga. Kaya, caring for myself in general had me constantly questioning myself na if no one is loving me the way that I want right now, can I still show up for myself the same way? Can I still treat myself the same way that I would treat myself when I'm in a relationship? And the answer was maybe. Yes, but not consistently. And I think that's one of the things that I have to establish when making my routines right now. Kasi I'm trying to change my fucking life around right now. And ayoko siyang i-jinx. Usually pag sinasabi ko yun, na-jinx ko yan. So whenever I realize that I am showing up for myself, I'm caring for myself in terms na parang pag-uwi ko, after a very, very exhausted day, I would clean up my room. I would clean up myself. I would put on the most comfiest outfits I could ever wear and would put them on just to go to bed. I think that is a great reminder for myself na I still care for myself and I still look after myself. Past Pao will always look after future Pao, which is actually so amazing to realize those moments. Kasi maybe I do love myself deeply as much as I love other people as well. It's just that I'm not seeing it in big actions that I always do when I'm in romantic relationship. And when I started taking risks not to be liked by others or to be admired by others, hindi para mag-aura farming, di ba? I chose to do those risks because I wanted to make myself feel alive. And this might sound small, but choosing myself taught me that I am not a waiting room for love. And neither should you, kasi we are a whole place on our own. We choose to create what we want. We make things happen. Circa Pau 2024. Yes. I love that. Dahil dyan, I actually gave myself space to look at romantic love much different. Kasi dati, I would always let the other person lead. Like, I would always adjust. I would shrink myself just to fit in whatever standards they had. And I would always tolerate anything and everything just to keep that person in my life. And I think that's why I always lose myself in relationships. Kasi ako yung laging nagpapaubaya sa relationship sa ibang tao kahit na disregard ko yung beliefs ko, na kahit na naapakan na nila yung boundaries ko, it's okay with me kasi we're in a fucking relationship, which should not be. So if you're unconsciously doing those decisions, please don't do that to yourself. Don't disrespect yourself in that way kasi that is one of the things that would make a relationship fail. Trust me. Trust me on it. Kasi I've had a lot of failed relationships just because I do not feel whole or I do not feel my individual self. Gets niyo ba ako? Sana nagigets niyo. But now, I have standards. Like, I know what my type is, I know what my preferences are, or how I want to be loved or taken care of during a relationship. Not because I'm a picky person now that I am single, pero I think it's just because that I finally know how to function as myself, that I know what my wants and my needs are. Like, for example, as a theater actor, when I am in rehearsals, I don't usually go on my phone. Like, makikita nyo lang once in a blue moon ko lang siya mahawakan. Pag tinignan nyo yung history ko ng screen time ko when I am in rehearsals, I only use my phone for like 2 to 3 hours per day, per rehearsal day. Kasi I am giving my full focus during rehearsals, and I actually strongly believe in not using your phones when you're in a hangout or when you're outside, or especially just when you're doing something important, kasi I really want to be in that zone, di ba? In today's dating culture, sobrang importante kasi na 24/7 na nasa phone ka talking to your significant others. Kasi that is how we communicate nowadays. Our phone is our mode of communication with other people. So being on your phone 24/7 is very important to connect with other people, to show them that you care for them. And in today's society, napaperceive talaga yon as distant ka, or at least you're uninterested with someone if you do that. Kaya if the next relationship I'm gonna be in is really love, they would understand that I'm not ignoring them, that I'm just living my passion, I'm living my life, and I'm doing something that I worked hard for before they even came to my life. Diba? Actually, one of my biggest fears that I have is that I have to dim my light, to dim my shine, just to be easier to love. Yes, I'm constantly described by my friends kasi as someone bubbly, someone smart, someone loud, someone with a very, very big personality, to the point that I'm often scared of getting into a relationship kasi what if all of that gets taken away just to be loved romantically by a person? If you know me, if you've met me in real life, you'd know that I love too deeply and I am not afraid to express it to other people. Going back to my first point, I believe that if we aren't made for love, what is the purpose of having a heart in the first place, diba? Like, if I have the capacity to admire and love someone so deeply, to appreciate their existence so much that I want to cry, why would I stop myself from doing so? Why would I stop myself from crying if that's what I want to do? We are meant to feel and express these emotions. We aren't made to repress them and become cold beings. And I think I just don't want to make myself smaller just to fit someone else's comfort or standards, diba? I truly believe if the right person ever finds me, they will never make me feel insecure for being fully myself. They would laugh with me, they would be highly supportive of me, share my light with me. Ganon. Ganon yung hopes ko if ever I would ever find love again. A quick wrap up ng mga pinag-usapan natin. Yes, we are coming to an end. If there is something that I learned from yearning, from staying single, from loving my friends, and from choosing myself, it's that love is not something you chase until you're exhausted. Love is something you allow yourself when you finally believe you are worthy of it. Yearning taught me what I wanted. Accepting love taught me what I deserved. And acknowledging myself taught me that even if romantic love doesn't come right now, my life is still full, it's still meaningful, and it is overflowing with so much goodness and love. And I am not incomplete just because I am single. I am not behind just because I am single. I am not lacking. I am becoming. And like what I said from my previous episode, kung hindi nyo pa napapanood, please make sure to check it out because it's really, really amazing. Until now, I'm still shocked that I realized a lot of things and that I've grown so much as a person in just a year and that we can always start again. Just as I am starting now again. Like what I said in my previous episode, isa kang work of art in progress. You are always changing, always shining, and always starting over. Thank you so much for watching and listening and for staying with me until the end. At kung nasaan man kayo, tandaan mo, you are loved. You are always capable of loving and being loved. And even when no one is choosing you romantically right now, I hope you keep choosing to love, especially yourself. I love you so much. Bye-bye! See you in the next episode.